copper is now officially useful in the world of Minecraft. This here is all of the new additions that we're going to be getting in the latest update of the game. We already did a video on shelves on the channel, so I'm just going to pretend that they do not exist anymore. The focus of this video is everything copper. We finally have copper tools. We also have a copper torch, copper bars, copper chains, copper lantern, a copper horse armor, and a copper armor, which kinda looks like the leather armor, but a little bit shinier. This is how the copper horse armor looks, which I think is a really vibrant addition to the horse armors. Of course, we already had the golden and diamond ones, which were very flashy, but this one is flashy but subtle at the same time, which I guess we can also say for the regular player copper armor. And in terms of durability, copper sits right between stone and iron. So I guess the idea here is that you spawn in the world, you chop down your first tree, you mine your first cobblestone, you make a stone pickaxe, and bam, you don't need to really go all that deep into the mines right away to discover iron. You can now actually stay closer to the surface and mine out copper and coal until you feel strong enough to go and find iron and diamonds. And here is a direct comparison of the armor toughness. So I'm currently wearing an iron armor, as you can see, and it gives me an armor toughness of 7.5. But when I switch to copper armor, the toughness falls all the way down to 5. But of course, it is still way better than wearing a leather armor. So obviously this is a very cool addition, but it's not even the best one. You see, the highlight of this video and the highlight of the update, in my opinion, are these adorable little fellas just sitting here on the side. This is the Copper Golem, and it is absolutely adorable. Summoning one is incredibly easy. You just need a block of copper and a carved pumpkin, and bam! Look at that. Oh my god. How you doing, little guy? And the Copper Golem actually has a very nice purpose. He sorts out items. Yeah, that's right. The very complicated redstone item sorting systems that I have personally never built are no longer cool. This guy is the new deal. Let me demonstrate real quick. So let's pretend that this is our base. You know, we've just come back from a nice hunt or whatever. You know, we raided a village, we went mining, whatever it is you do in Minecraft. And this is like our main chest. We already have a bunch of wood here. And I'm currently also carrying some wood. But oh my god, my inventory is a mess. Or at least let's pretend that it is. And I don't feel like sorting every single thing in the chest here. So what I can do instead is just drop all of the stuff in the copper chest here. And this little guy is any moment now gonna have a look inside there. And is he doing it? There you go. Look at that. He is sorting all of my items for me. You can see that he's taking a while, but that's because he actually checks what items there are in the chest here before he starts placing them, making sure that he sorts them out correctly. And if you're worried about this chest being too small, you can just do this. You then grab your pickaxe, you mine away this chest, and then just like the normal wooden chest, you just place it down next to this one, making a big copper chest. And also you're gonna have 2 copper golems working to sort out your items. That is probably one of the coolest things that we've ever gotten in the game. And obviously, just like any other copper existing into the game so far, these guys will also oxidize, just as shown in the statues here, meaning that you're gonna have your little golem start out as this, then slowly turn into this, then this, and finally oxidize completely. And once that actually happens completely, they eventually turn into the statue. And of course, you can grab an axe and change the state until finally, when you use the axe one last time, you can actually revive the copper golem and of course have yet another one. Or of course, you can just keep them as statues. And you may have noticed they have different poses. 4 of them to be exact. And wait, there's more. We also get different lightning rods now. All of this is honestly just as cool as the Happy Ghast update. And let me tell you about that. The Happy Ghast update was probably my favorite update ever. Like literally #1 favorite update. And this one comes pretty close. I think I'm gonna rank this at probably #2, just because of the copper copper golems. And speaking of the copper golems again, I actually want to test something out. So if I have a chest that's pretty high up, and let's say I have spruce log in that, are they gonna be able to reach that chest or not? Come on, fella. Okay, they're checking the lower chest. Okay. Can you open the upper chest maybe? I don't think they can. They don't know what to do. Oh, the poor fellas. Okay, maybe they actually need a lot of help to reach the third chest. Let's try this. He got all the way up there. Come on, buddy. Kinda looks like they're having a little argument over there, you know, who's gonna open the chest first. And I love how this guy has just given up. He's like, oh no, I'm not gonna be dealing with those guys. So there we go. I think I broke the copper golems. Okay, so now it is only one copper golem. So they're not pushing each other around, but he still seems to be struggling with opening the chest. Why is that the case? So yes, it would seem that as of making this video, copper golems can actually not work with more than 2 chests stacked on top of each other, which in my opinion is actually incredibly unfortunate because this is what the average storage room looks like in a Minecraft world. Look at that. A lot of chests. And wait, there's more. In my case, I have a second layer of chests over here. Oh boy. And these are actually 4 chests stacked on top of each other. They're not even labeled yet. The copper golems are really gonna struggle in my hardcore world. This is, after all, the first snapshot that we have received. So we're probably gonna be getting a few changes or fixes. Maybe even new features. Copper generally has a very steampunk vibe. So I'm wondering if the developers are actually going to include something like that into the game at some point in the future. We already have redstone, so imagine if at some point we get some steampunk elements and the ability to build some machines. Maybe they can even work with redstone, why not? Just imagine that. The create mod, but in vanilla Minecraft. So yes, considering that we probably still have 1 or 2 months to go until the update goes live, we are probably going to see more changes or additions to Copper. Me personally, I'm pretty excited about this update, because honestly, Copper just felt kinda useless and not really worth wasting your pickaxe on. So yes, my fellow gamers, that does it for this video. If you liked it, please consider liking and subscribing. It will help me out a ton. And I'm actually going to be ending this video with a question. Are you excited about the Copper update? Let me know in the comments below. Yes.